Today I'm brewing a Dry Irish Stout and I'm going to sour it to try to replicate a well-known commercial version of this beer. Can you guess which one?
3,000 miles from home, trying to say that I will get there soon. 30 days I walk down this way, singing my madness to the moon. I met a cat on a tree and it talked to me.
It's rumoured that Guinness gets its distinctive flavour from a souring process, and I'm going to try and recreate that souring with a bit of a hack.
Get me home, and it said, don't look for a reason, don't look for another way, 'cause anyway.
So let's talk recipe. For this one I'm using the classic 70%, 20%, 10% grist ratio, where 70% will be the base malt, which is Maris Otter, so that's 8 pounds in this recipe. Then the 20% is flaked barley, that is 2 pounds of that, and that's really there to enhance the mouthfeel. And then the 10%, or the 1 pound, is the roasted barley, which is there to give that deep, deep red. It's not black, it's a deep red colour that you would expect from Guinness. And I'm looking there for an SRM of around 33. For the yeast, using Wyeast's 1084, that is Irish ale yeast.
Maybe tonight I'm not getting home, and maybe I don't know where I wanna go. Maybe tonight.
Hops for this one, it's just bittering hops. I have 2.5 ounces of Fuggle hops, which go in at 60 minutes. That's it for hops. So while the wort is cooling, you can hear running liquid everywhere and the fan and whatnot. Let's talk about souring this beer. Now, the internet has told me there are 3 potential ways to do this. The easiest way is just to add a couple of drops of lactic acid. So this gets added to the beer after fermentation has complete, and you can sort of add it to taste. So that's the big advantage of that. You put a little bit in, a few drops, see if it's got that sort of sourness you're looking for. If it's not, you can add some more. So that's the easiest way to do it. The other way to do it is to use acidulated malt or sour malt, and to put a little bit of that into your grain bill, and then that should give the souring. And you do that, of course, in the mash. The third way to do it, and the way that sounds the most interesting to me, so is the one I'm going to try, is to take a little bit of the wort and to sour it by leaving it out exposed to air for a few days. Hopefully that oxygenation will result in the beer souring, at which point I'm going to boil it and then cool it and add it into the fermenter. So that's the plan. Gravity of the beer came in at 1050. That's a little bit higher than we were aiming for. Actually quite a bit higher. I was expecting 1043. I don't know. The result was a bit stronger beer. Fine with me. Alright, it's been chilling for 3 days. Let's see what we got here. Well, I'm not really sure how wort is supposed to smell after 3 days of not being fermented, but it does smell a little off. Alright, so let that boil for about 10 minutes. Now I need to cool it before I can add it to the fermenter. Got some Star San here, which I've been using to sanitize this flask. Okay, so after 3 days, the beer is now at about 1.011, which is actually the expected final gravity. So basically, fermentation is pretty much finished. I am now going to take this opportunity to put this boiled and now cooled soured wort into the Guinness and hope that I'm not ruining a perfectly good batch of Dry Irish Stout. It's been 4 weeks now and this is it, the soured Dry Irish Stout. Okay, tip I got from Ireland. When you drink this beer, or any sort of Guinness style beer, you don't just like take a little sip, you take 3 full big sips of the beer. That's what I've been told. And that really will tell you how good this beer is. And let me tell you, this thing has come out great. I was a little bit worried about putting that soured wort into the already fermented beer. But this is not the first time I've brewed dried Irish Stout, but this is without doubt my favourite version of it. So as you can see, I did put this beer on nitro, so it has that kind of creamy mouthfeel that you get from a nitro pour. So there you go, Dry Irish Stout, soured with a little bit of wort that's been left out for a few days. Turns out it's a hack that really works. If you've given this a go, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I will see you on the next one.